Hi, my name is Rick Green. I'm the creative director at an NBC-owned television station in Columbus, Ohio. I also own and operate my own production company called Greenhouse Media. The only reason I tell you that is I'm not an employee of Digital Juice. I'm a satisfied customer. I'm the proud owner of the entire JumpBacks animation library, all 8 volumes. I use them for a whole host of corporate and broadcast clients. Also do a lot of sports production for folks like the NHL, ABC Sports, Monday Night Football. Using the JumpBack animations, producers and editors love them. JumpBacks are an 8-volume set, over 340 royalty-free, completely loopable animation backgrounds that can be used in any linear or nonlinear environment. Just a few seconds, I'm going to show you how easy they are to use. First, I'd ask you to watch this short video. It's going to show you how to take the visual look of your productions to a whole new level using JumpBacks. Take a look.
The JumpBacks have really helped because I like the fact that they're pre-built and ready to go. You can use them just as they are, or if you have the time, you can modify them.
When I first saw the ad in Videography magazine and they show a few samples, I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Then when you get the entire library, it was just unbelievable.
To be able to just reach on the shelf and pull down something like this and be able to use it and have it look so wonderful, it's definitely worth the price of admission. Well, the beauty of JumpBacks is you don't have to create incredible 3D virtual worlds, which would take a lot of money and a lot of time. They're already made for you, and so you can speed up your entire post-production process by just literally pulling off one of the JumpBacks and putting it in the background, and voila, you have it right there. Just because the look of your show is so much better with the JumpBacks in it, the client perceives that it's worth a lot more. Oh, I'd hate to go back to not having them, because we've got to a point now where the look of our presentations is so high because of JumpBacks. I can't even perceive going back into the dark ages, as it were, and not having that high-end 3D graphic look. Having a library of pre-produced effects that are clean and fresh and contemporary, it's bound to save time and money, because I don't have to go to the art department and say, hey, I need a new background, it has to look like nothing else you've ever done, and I need it by this afternoon, and I need 30 seconds of it. Go.
It's funny because it's almost overwhelming at first, because in our particular case, to go from nothing or having to build your own, layered backgrounds to all of a sudden having access to over, 500 or 600, however many it was like a kid in a candy store kind of thing. 3Ds are there, they're quick, they're fast, and they're clean, and they work great.
So having this library of pre-produced backgrounds and effects is a huge time saver and money saver.
There's a huge quantity there. They're very, very high quality, and they're so easy to use, you can just pop them right in there. I don't think we'll ever run out of places to use them.
The first example I'm going to show you is one of my favorite animations off the Jump Back volume. I believe it's off volume number 7. One of the nice things about the animations are a lot of compositing, a lot of 3D, a lot of movement, and you don't have to do any of it. This is the Jump Back animation, the Raining Numbers. As is off the CD, I haven't done a thing to it. That's just the way it comes. What's very, very nice about the library is it's very versatile. You can take that same background, change the color, change the luminance value, you've got a completely different look. I spent about a minute, took this logo, put it on top of my new background. I've got a brand new look using the same exact background. All I did was change the color and the luminance values of the background. So obviously the library is very, very versatile. I spent another couple minutes, cropped the background, changed the aspect and color again, and I've got a third look for the same exact background. Again, looks very highly produced, a lot of 3D, a lot of movement. All I did was lay some type and logos over the Jump Back animation as it exists. Very, very versatile library. One of the really nice versatile things about the library is, again, you can use the Jump Back animations as they are directly off the CD for many, many different uses. This is one of the more complex animations directly off volume number 5, the sports collection. And again, as you can see, very complex, lots of compositing, lots of 3D layering, lots of movement. I didn't have to do any of it. This is the animation as it is directly off the CD. Very high quality, could be used by itself as a bump in a sports segment, a bump in a sports story. Very high quality stuff. I spent about 2 extra minutes, laid some moving type on top of it, got a real nice little bump into a sports segment, a transition in a sports story. Again, using the Jump Back animation as it is directly off the CD. All I did was lay some type on top. What's really cool is I took about an extra 5 minutes. Occasionally you'll get an extra 5 minutes as an editor. Took an extra 5 minutes, took a piece of raw football footage, again can be done in any linear or non-linear editing environment, laid a simple video wipe, changed the color of the video, again took just a couple extra minutes, laid that football video directly on top of the existing animation, got a real highly produced feel, lots of movement, again lots of 3D. Again, I didn't have to do any of it. I simply laid the video right on top of an existing Jump Back. I go back and spend, another minute maybe to lay my type back on there. I've got a real nice football open or a sports show open. Again, I didn't have to do any of the compositing, none of the layering. It was all done for me directly off the Jump Back animation library. The third demo I'm going to show you demonstrates the versatility of the Jump Back animation library and that you don't have to use the animations full screen as they exist on the CDs. You can use pieces and parts of the animations to create really unique looks, and that way the Jump Back animations look different every time you use them. Some editors would prefer, I'm going to make a mask. Some editors prefer to do it in an application like Photoshop. You can also do it with a simple video wipe in any nonlinear editing software. You make a mask. You take that mask, and I'm going to take this animation. This is a soft, subtle animation off volume number 4. It's called the Wedding Collection. A little bit of a misnomer. There's about 20% of that volume is wedding-specific animations. The other 40 or so animations are slow-moving lights, soft blowing cloth, really soft, subtle stuff that really complements the rest of the library in the complex, deep 3D, lots of movement type animation. So it's very complementary. Back to my demo, again, I just take a simple video wipe or fill the mask with that animation. Again, I'll drop in some video. I'll take the video, either wipe in my jump back or drop in into my mask the video, get a little bit of movement, get a high impact looking little bump, and all I had to do was wipe the video in or fill my mask with video. One of the nice things, again, simply change the color. All I did was make that jump back green, and again, I've got a nice look. Didn't take any time at all. Again, just using pieces and parts of the jump backs makes the library much more versatile. They look different every time you use them. The jump backs animation library is used just like a music library. I use the volumes, the 8 volumes, just like I use my music library. Oftentimes I'll get a project or I'll get an assignment, I'll grab a piece of music, and that piece of music ends up kind of dictating the direction of the project, or it'll drive the creative, or it'll spark ideas. I do the same thing with the jump back animations. I'll get a project in or an assignment, I'll go to the animations, find one I like, and it ends up really directing the project and sparking ideas. This is one of the more complex animations. I believe this is off volume number 7 or 8. Again, lots of 3D compositing, lots of layering, lots of movement. I didn't do any of it. In fact, the folks at Digital Juice told me that it took one of their animators, their top animator, 6 days to do this animation in particular. As an editor, I can tell you, not only do I not have the time nor the talent to animate something like this, I've never had 6 days to do anything. So I took this animation just as it is, and I had to promote a product we have on our website called a weather bug. And I thought, I like the movement, it feels high tech, it feels like it moves, it might be something real attention getting for the weather bug. So I took about 6 hours as opposed to 6 days. And all I did is I took the animation just as it is, laid type on top of it. I didn't do any of the movement. All I did was lay type on top, lay a logo on top. I matched the movement of the background, didn't change the background one bit. All I did was take some time and lay some logos and type over top of an existing background, get a very highly produced looking feel. Again, didn't take me 6 days, took me 6 hours. So obviously these jump back animations can save you tons and tons of time and money. Hopefully, I've been able to give you a glimpse of the power of adding jump back animations to your editing arsenal. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the library. There are 5 to 8 CDs in each volume. Each volume is at least 40 animations, some or more. They come in QuickTime format or JPEG sequences. The JPEG sequences come with a utility that will convert to any AVI format, so they'll go right into any nonlinear editing system. Digital Juice guarantees that. If you happen to be using a linear editing system, they recommend that you get one of the many tape formats available at a little bit of an extra charge. They do come in NTSC or PAL formats. They are all seamlessly loopable, so you can put them right on your timeline back to back and they'll loop forever as long as you like. One of the nice things that the creative team has done is they've made the jump back animations at least 15 seconds long. Most are at least 30 seconds long. So they're seamlessly loopable back to back on your timeline. Your brain doesn't pick up on the loop because it's not happening every 2 or 3 seconds like some other products out there. Gives the creative team real nice flexibility. They can do some real nice slow moving globe turns and things like that. Each volume is $249. They've got some great deal, which is 40 plus animations for $249. Great deal in and of itself. Right now, if you buy 2 volumes, you get one free. So that's 120 plus animations for less than $500. Really great deal going on is if you buy all 8 volumes. I happen to have all 8. If you buy all 8 volumes, you can get them for $9.99, which is half the regular price right now. That is a limited time, so you're going to want to jump on that. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I use the jump back animation library just like I use a music library. Every good editor has a music library. Every good editor should have a graphics library. The Digital Juice jump backs are a great graphics library.